All right, guys and gals, here we are for the next reveal. This is reveal number 403. It's a 1958D plastic tube roll. The coins in there look pretty nice, probably better than the 55s that we just opened up. They didn't work out so well. There may or may not be 50 coins in this roll. Let me count them just to be sure. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47. Really? I got shorted by 3 coins in this roll? I usually don't do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 47. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab another roll. I'll pull 3 coins out. These coins have not been looked at any more than the ones that just came out of that tube. So the last 3 coins in the roll will be from a different source. Put the wrong cap back on. Here we go. Okay, now I got 50 coins here. And I am ready to go. There's Malcolm, Tim, Angie, and Bill Crescent. Hello, Bill. Here is coin number 1. This one going to go to Penny Hoarder. Let's see what Penny Hoarder turns up here. Well, I don't see anything on coin number 1. We'll check the reverse on the first 10 coins. Thereafter, I'm going to stop checking the reverses on 58D. Just nothing known for 58D to bother checking. So we're going to move on to coin number 2 now. Mr. Carl. Let's see what we can get from Mr. Carl. Is that a split? No, it's not. That's just a hit. Wow, look at that die gouge coming out of the 8 there. Super die gouge. Super die gouge going to give us a marker for, looks like a normal coin. Yep, super die gouge going to give us a marker for a normal coin. Let's take a look at the reverse. See if there just happens to be something on the reverse. If there is, we're very lucky because we got a great obverse marker for this reverse, but it looks like there's nothing here. Nothing here to get excited about. We're going to just keep moving. Get my keyboard out of the way. There we go. Much better. Now Malcolm. Malcolm, let's see what I can get from Malcolm here. Well, we have an earlier die-state coin. Looks kind of pretty. This little humpy-looking thing out here, that is where there were mistakes made back in the day because people didn't understand everything about the minting process like we do now. We still don't understand everything about it, but we're getting better. But the little hump out here that makes kind of a point on the outside edge of the 8 by Walter Breen was mistaken to appear as a 7. He thought it was an 8 over 7, and there was a 1958 over 7 listed in the Breen catalog. And for years, ANAX and the other grading services would hold our coins with Breen numbers, and they would put the Breen number for that on these coins when they were sent in to be holdered. And it was subsequently realized that this was a master die gouge, and that to varying degrees it shows on a little better than half of all 1958 Lincoln cents Philadelphia and Denver Mint. So they are actually nothing at all. But is what it is. We learn as we go along. We learn more about this hobby every day. And you will see a number of those in this roll as we're going through it, because it appears that they are somewhat strong in this roll. The fluff and guff around the 8 is just there. There is nothing actually doubled there. So this will be the last time in this show I mention that. This is the same die as the one before. I can tell by the swirly die scratches in the middle of the reverse. Those kinds of things can really help you when you're going through rolls. A, they can help you in knowing that you've already seen this or that die once before, or many times before. B, they can help you in determining that you have a roll from an original source. Original source rolls being that they are rolls that came directly out of another roll, or like a paper wrapper poured into a tube, or that they came from a bag of pennies that were all together at one point in time and they were just pulled out and tubed or rolled. You can tell that because you keep running into the same dies over and over again. If you just pulled 1958 D. Lincoln cents that were pretty out of circulation back in the 60s and put them in a tube, you wouldn't get the same die over and over and over again. So you end up with, in an original roll, usually between 5 and 10 different dies represented in those rolls, repeated over and over again. So if you get a really good double die or a really good repunchment mark, you're probably going to see a number of them. And that is why they've only got a certain number of presses operating at any one time. And those presses all mint coins into a catching hopper, and that catching hopper is poured into a larger hopper at a bagging station. The coins count out through the bagging station and are sealed in the bags, 5,000 count bags. They've got a handheld sewing machine that drops down. It looks like a big stapler. It drops down from the ceiling, and they sew the bag shut right there. It's a serger sewer. They sew the bag shut right there as they're going along, and then the bags are palleted right there and then forklifted into the storage area where they are ready to be shipped out. So nothing really glamorous about how coins are treated at the mint. They're basically treated as the metal discs they are. They're nothing about condition really matters to the mint. That'll give you a little bit of an idea. When you get a bag mark or a scratch on a coin, you say the mint's quality is horrible. Yeah, it isn't really their quality. It's basically more their handling, because the minting quality might have been pretty good. And so I'm on coin 8 right now. I'll just check the next few coins for double die reverse to see if we happen to catch on to something that would be an unknown thing. Dennis says he was going through his Lincolns last night, found about 10 dies with the long die scratch shooting off the 8. That is very possible. A lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff. There's another one right there. Speaking of the devil, and one happens to show up. Well, how about that? We'll check the reverse on this one. Now number 10, Angie. Well, Nothing on that one. Let's check the reverse real quick and see what happened there. I do see a spot on the reverse on this one. Bam, right there. Yeah, when my blind old eyes can see it, that means it's pretty big. Now coin number 11. Yo man. And Yo man gets, unfortunately, just another normal 1958 D-Lincoln cent. So far, that's all we've run into in this roll. Haven't caught on to anything good yet. A DDR for 58D. That would be a new one. Here's coin number 12. Crispy. Oh, be still my beating heart. Yep, that's what it is, boys and girls. That, anybody know what that is? I'll show you what it is. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'll grab my keyboard. Where did I put my keyboard? There it is on the flow. Back on the flow it goes. Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is. Check this out. 58D, 1mm21. It's a D over D over D over D over D, west, northwest, and southwest, and southwest. Look at those values right there. You got some high dollar values going on there. Here's an LDS example. And what you're mostly looking for is the fact that there are 5 partial mint marks on here. There's one full, and then a partial, and then a partial, and then a partial, and then a partial. So 4 partials plus the original. And if I bring this back, you can see that there's a partial here, a partial here, a partial here, and then a partial right over here. So this is Crispy's coin right here. It's 1958 DRPM number 21. We have a winner, boys and girls. We have a winner. Let's check the condition of the rest of the coin. Just take a look at it real quick. See what we come up with. It's an LDS example, so the secondary mint marks are not as obvious. I think that would be mint marks. But they are there. You can see the bottom corner of a mint mark right here. There's a bottom of another mint mark right here. Then there's another one kind of backwards and around right here. And then there's the edge of the belly edge of another one right here. And so there are a total of 5 mint marks on this coin. Bam, Crispy. Is Crispy even here? I haven't seen him speak up in this particular show. But yeah, that's a rarity. Now one for Eric. Let's see what Eric gets. Now everybody's like, yeah, come on, number 21. Got nothing there. Nothing on that one. Crispy was at the last show, wasn't he? He had to drop out because he had to go to sleep or something? Or did he have to eat dinner? There's another one with a die scratch. Headed north out of the 8. We know we have seen this die before. Yeah, for sure, Mark. It looks like it's going to turn out that number 21 might be a little bit scarce in this roll. So we're up to 15 coins. We found one of them so far. Now number 16. Number 16 for Steven. Let's see if Steven gets one. Nope. Not one there either. Not even an RPM or a double die or anything. I keep seeing this die clash of the C up here. You can see it there above the Y of Liberty. Here's the bottom, and it comes around. Actually comes around this way, but you can't really see it beyond here. But you can see it right up here. It's the bottom of the C of Cent from the other side. Hello, Mr. Evans. Taco John. Taco John comes up next. Let's see what Taco John gets. And, well, it is an RPM, but it isn't necessarily the one we were jumping for. But this is a different RPM. So this one has curved die scratches above the 1.9. So it's somewhat earlier die state than the other. Actually, somewhat earlier die state than most of the coins we've seen in the roll so far. Let's see what we see here. Well, nothing on the reverse, but we do have a decent RPM for Taco John. That's coin number 17. Let's take a look at coin number 18 now. This one's for Sireg. Nope. Not gonna do it. That one's for Sireg. Now number 19. 19, Mike Birchman. See what Mikey gets. Well, it's another one of that same RPM that we just pulled. Well, it'd be nice to get 21s at this frequency, but why complain while we're getting them, right? So coin 17 and coin 19, both RPMs and the same one. Here's coin number 20. Coin number 20 now for Carl. And Carl will get, well, it's a normal. Normal, I can tell it's a normal because of this big die scratch right here under the 9. I know I've seen that before. Just a normal 1958D, so we'll watch for that die scratch again and again and again because, well, we're probably going to see it. There's that clash on the C again. Number 21. Number 21, Dennis Paulson. Wouldn't it be nice if number 21 was a 21? No such luck. This is another one of the same die we just saw. Got some streaks on it. Mr. Ted. Hope things are going with you. Here's another one for Yeoman. And Yeoman gets, what is this? This is a regular, looks like a regular 1958D. It is a regular 1958D, and it happens to have a blotch on the date. Not a good thing. Boy, we're batting 1,000 tonight, right? We got one great coin out of this roll. A couple of less than great, but still very nice coins out of this roll. We have another one of Dennis's scratches. We'll call him Dennis's die scratch. That's the 8. That long die scratch popping straight up north out of the 8. He was the one that mentioned it. So, number 24, Deanne. What can we find for Deanne? Oh, it's another one of them. Another one of the same thing again. Well, this isn't turning out so wonderful. I had hoped for a little more. Let's see now, number 25. 25 goes to Carl. Let's see if we get one for Carl. Ugh. Well, it got another one of the scratches. Bummer. shooting star. that that just snapped back a memory of mine. A very strange one, actually. How many of you are aware that in the original Jaws movie, one of the scenes on the boat where they were showing the scientist talking with the captain, you see the scientist sitting there and the sky is behind his head, and you see a shooting star, a meteor, actually go behind the guy's head. This was not an effect of the movie. It was not planned. It was actually a real meteor, a real shooting star, goes behind his head during the shooting of the movie, and they decided, let's leave that take in the movie. It was a good take. I don't know if they noticed it at the time of filming or even at the time of editing, but it does just happen to be. There's another one with an 8, die scratch 8. Interesting. 121 out of every 58 D-roll. Yeah, for sure. I would too. Here's one for Stanley. Let's see what Stanley gets. A brand new guy. Let's see if we can get him a good one. Nope. Got him another die scratch 8. Dennis die scratch. But how many of you were aware that during the shooting of the film Jaws, there was actually a shooting star went behind the guy's head? Now you'll be, well, where's my old copy of Jaws? No, not the one on VCR tape. There's another one of our other RPMs. That one's for Taco John. Now on up to coin number 30 for Angie. Let's see what we can get for Angie. See if Angie can change our luck. And, no. Another one of the shooting star coins. Well, not going to do it that time around. Let's see if Carl can go back to changing luck. Get another 21. Let's see if there's another 21 in here. No, not there. That's another one of the ones that has that big die scratch under the 9. Now number 32 for Malcolm. Ooh, that's another one of the scratch under the 9. Is that what he said there? The shark has eyes like a doll. Sounds about right. I was just remembering times I've spent out on beaches or out on a boat like that, having just a great night, having a beer, watching the sky, and boom, something shoots across the sky. It's really cool. Penny Holder gets one of our second RPMs. So we've got 4 of those now. Mr. Adams. So Mr. Adams gets here. I want to get Mr. Adams something good. Can we get him something good? Tell me something good. Nope. Nope. Going to be another normal 1958 D Lincoln cent. All right, Deanne. Somebody's got to change the luck eventually. No, that one's kind of ugly, actually. Ugly coin. Ugly? Steven? Come on. Come on. No, that's the same thing again. We don't want the same thing again if it's not good. We want the good stuff. This one's got icky on it. All right, 37. 37, this is going to be our lucky number today, number 37. Mr. Birchman? Oh, no, it's another one of the scratch 8s. This has got a scratch 8 with a slash in the 5. It's got a scratchy 8 with an itchy 5. Oh, yuck. Let's see, number 38 now. Steven. Boom. There we go. That wasn't Steven got one last time. That was Crispy got one last time. Now Steven's got one. There it is. 1mm21. I go in a little bit closer, and we'll take a better, closer, more detailed look at it. Okay. Let me turn it so that you can see all of the mint marks. Okay. Here's one of them right here. Here's one of them right here. Here's one of them right here, the one that's mostly visible. And here is one that is kind of tough to see, but it's there. And it might be continued on in here, but I don't necessarily consider that part of it. Now, as I turn the coin, you can see the different mint marks show up in different amounts. So like right here is actually pretty good position for that one at the bottom. So yep, so there's a second one. A second number 21 for Steven. Coin number 38. That's what changed our luck again. Coin number 39 now. Stanley. Let's see if Stanley can grab one. I'm going to unfocus out here a little bit. And no. Not gonna do it. Doesn't look like we're getting anything out of that coin. Can't get blood out of a turnip. Alright. So we will continue to move on. See what happens. Number 40, Malcolm. Well, let's see. What do we do for Malcolm? It's going to be a normal coin. Big die scratches east and west through the date area. Seen it a number of times in this roll so far. So number 41 now, Adam. Oh, unfortunately, it's another one of the same. Same thing, second time around. $42. Eric? Let's see what we can do for Eric here. Nada. It's another scratch 8 coin. Scratch 8, not the /5, but just a scratch 8. But you see, we, a number of times, over and over and over again, have been able to give cute little names to coins while we're going through rolls. And it's one of those things where you can assimilate to help yourself remember things a little better. And so here's another one of our second RPMs. This one's got a spot on it though. But see that big giant die bump right in front of the forehead? That's going to be a marker. That die scratch between the TR, that's going to be a marker. So, hey, I got a few markers on this one. Die scratches, concentric die scratches on the lapel. That's going to be another marker. That's coin number 43. Let's check out coin number 44 and see what we can do with coin number 44. This one's for Eric. And, yeah, we're going to strike out on that one. There's nothing here. Nothing to be seen on that coin. Let's move on to coin number 45. 45. Deanne. Nope. Normal coin. Normale. Unfortunately. Now 46. 46 will be for Stanley. Let's see what Stanley gets. Nope, another normal one. Bummer. Oh, look at that. No, that's a scratch. Darn it. I thought that was going to be a struck through. That's actually a scratch. It's not good. Struck through, that'd be really kind of cool. Struck through a fiber or something like that. A little piece of wire. But unfortunately, not to be the case. Here's coin number 47 now. This one's for Mr. Birchman. Got one of our second RPMs again here. One of our second RPM. So we do have two different RPMs in this. One of them's number 21 and the other one is a mystery for today. We'll figure it out later. Coin number 48 for Yo Man. And I see this was our different source. Which it could have gone either way. I put these in before starting the roll, so it could have gone either way. Could have been that these could have been much better than what we had in the other part of the roll. And it could be that they were much less eventful as well. So chances are 50-50 one way or the other. All right, here's Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, coin number 49. And they're a little bit more red, a little darker red than the other coins. And nothing big and special there. It is a beautiful coin there. They're very yellow red, orange red. And number 50 for Sureg. And we got nothing going on here. Nope. Nothing else there. So that wraps up this roll. I will be directly moving on to our next roll, which right now I don't remember which one it is, because I don't have my information sitting in front of me. There's all of your normal coins, and then your two RPM number 21, two RPM number 21, one for Steve and one for Crispy. We've got coins number 12 and number 38. And then our other RPM, coin number 47, 43, 33, 29, 19, and 17. And those are going to go to Taco John, Mike, Taco John, Penny Hoarder, Sureg, and Mike. Mike and Taco John are being hoarders of this particular variety, but I won't count that against them. Okay, folks, I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes to do the last reveal for tonight. I'll see you then. Go out and take a look for reveal number 404, and go in there and wait for me. I'll be there in just a few minutes. Thanks a lot.